What's up, traders? In this video, we're going to talk about how I made 200 bucks, how I could have made more money today, and hopefully through that, you'll learn a few things. So let's get into it. If you're new to the channel, make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss any of my future videos. Like I said, 191 today. What I want to talk to you about first is the pre-market trade. So the pre-market trade was here at 61.1550. I was long this morning as the news came in. The jobs numbers weren't too far of a miss, so I thought we could get more extension higher. I entered with an 8-point stop, and I closed that trade in profit here right after market open. So you can see I'm in the trade at 8:30 in the morning, sitting through it in drawdown into the open. The open pops bullish, and I take that trade off right there. Small win, not a lot there, like 50 bucks, very small. And again, this is only on one of my Tradeify accounts. I don't trade my Tradeify accounts copied together. I trade them on TradingView and I click between them. If you haven't tried the straight to funded accounts with Tradeify, I will put a link and a discount code down below for that. The second trade was actually at the same exact price. Both of my entries today are at 61.1575. This was off the New York VWAP bounce. I didn't enter as we pushed through it. I entered once we closed bullish above it. So once we closed at least 1 minute off that VWAP, that's where I got long. I put my stop right at the low of day, low of session that was set from the New York market open. So I knew if we took that low out, I did not want to be in the trade. That's a 5-point stop. So I take on some drawdown, but it makes a higher low. I take on some drawdown again the second time here, it makes a higher low. I actually start to close the trade here in profit, exiting more here at the top of the opening range, and then full out of the trade here at previous day New York VWAP. So with this trade, it's a mid-range entry. The best way to manage this trade would have been to scalp it in 2 minutes right here to opening range high. Mid-range trades, we teach in the Futures 101, Futures 2.0. Mid-range entries, you take profit at top of range. But I wanted to squeeze this thing out for more. There was orders on the book map up at 61.23, and that's what I was looking to trade to. That lined up perfectly with yesterday's New York VWAP. So that's what I was looking for, 21, 23 area. So I took the drawdown. I stayed in it. I knew that I would have to sit through this, and you can see it pins the overnight VWAP here and here. I knew I would have to sit through it if this low was going to hold because I don't know how many higher lows there's going to be before the leg out. Here's a higher low. Here's a higher low. So don't try to time the higher lows. Know where the trade is invalid. The trade was invalid if the low was taken. Now, if we go to the chart today, you can see we pumped here at the close. We'll take this down to a 1-minute chart. But you can see how that bullish bias could have served me all day today. So you can see where I was full out of the trade here at previous day New York VWAP. But as the day goes on, you could take here the high of day VWAP break. This is at about 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Here, again, it comes off that VWAP and takes another high of day VWAP. That's at like 2:30 in the afternoon. So that bullish bias carries. Trump came on at about 11 o'clock. The market shook a little here, but it carried higher on Trump's comments. So it's making higher lows. That pin at 61.20 holds beautifully. 61.25 becomes a level. And then here, if we just zoom out a little bit more, you can see even 61.30 becomes a level for 2 higher lows into what this last 15 minutes, 20 points in the last 15 minutes. That's very interesting. So with that, everybody, one other thing I would say is just take a look at YM. YM was actually, the Dow was actually above yesterday's high at market open. If you mark previous day high right here, we were at that price market open, and it used that price to trade away from all day. So really, YM was the most bullish today. And if you throw a New York VWAP on it, that opens at New York VWAP, look at the retests there, right? So if you're looking for longs like I did today on New York VWAP, here you're making money, and here you're making money. Both times on YM. So YM looked most bullish pre-market and gave the easiest longs for the day. Compared to like NASDAQ, if you just take a look at NQ pre-market, you can see it was beat down pretty bad. If we look at it on a 15-minute chart and look at the overnight trading, you'll see it was beat down pretty bad. Not anywhere near yesterday's high compared to YM. Now, NASDAQ still went higher today, but that doesn't mean it's where the easy longs were. I think it was with YM or ES. My longs look good down here, don't they? At 15, now at 49. But I don't need the whole move. I just need to make money, come back tomorrow. I could have made more, though, today. On my aggressive account to only make $200 and then to make nothing on the conservative account on a day where we trended pretty nicely, I think there was a couple more opportunities. Specifically, like if we just go one more thing to the 1 minute here. Zoom it back out. Let's just throw a New York VWAP on so you can see it how I saw it here in the morning. Put that right here at 9:30. You can see if we throw a handoff, so we're going to put another VWAP on here, right where I started to piece out of my trade. That VWAP also, so if I make this bigger, that would be a handoff, Brian Shannon would call it. If you read his book, you would know what it is. That handoff plays really nice. Not this play maybe because that's when Trump is talking, but for buys in here at 26 and again in here at 26, those work really nicely. So you don't need just the high a day VWAP break and runner. You can look to play VWAP bounces like I did. My entry here today was right off that New York VWAP. That blew out right there. That's the trade you want. And look, 2 minutes straight into profit, right? So hopefully this video helps. New York VWAP bounces. We're streaming tomorrow. There's a link for a free trial down in the description. Check out the Tradeify accounts. I love trading on TradeView with them. I love the straight to funded thing. It's super easy to get a payout. So definitely check that out, everybody. Appreciate you watching. Make sure you're subscribed. I'll see you in the next